Good morning, everybody. This is Roberta from Roberta's Artistic Adventures. I was just going to give you a heads up about the passion fruit vine. We planted only 10 of the cuttings about 3 years ago, and everywhere you look is passion flower. Not only right here along the cattle panel fence, where we also have grapevines on the other end, just past the passion flower. They grow by rooting underground and putting down taproot. And so they will put out new plants even up to 5 to 10 feet away from where you originally planted, and each consecutive year after that, they will keep putting out that much further away yet again. And you have to be careful because they will choke out your plants because they're a vining plant. They're not intending to be harmful, but what they're doing is they're trying to climb up so they can do what they do, which is put out a lot of fruit. But the vines, like we have our fruit trees right here, and along this cattle panel, we normally will have a bunch of tomato plants, bell peppers, beans, peas, and whatever else. We want to put out cucumbers and stuff. Anyway, what happened last year, if you look at our garden right now, you can see we did not do much to the garden this year. Anything that came up voluntarily. And of course all the weeds did as well. And there's an abundance of things that we do not want in the garden. But we did have some coneflowers that came up and a bunch of other stuff. Back to the passion flower. They put out really long tendril vines. Like this one is, it's probably like 10 feet, and it was growing up into where the trees are. Now what I was saying was they vine just like grapevines or anything else. The passion fruit actually can pull down branches from your fruit trees or whatever else you have in your garden. If you have tomato plants or peas, beans, whatever, they will be getting choked out and pulled down. And so, not knowing that the passion fruit did this, where it will grow 10 feet, 20 feet, and keep going further away, we have to continually go in, find these plants, pull them down, because they are not a good thing in the garden for your other plants if you don't manage them. They're a great plant, they're beautiful, but you have to manage. All of that is passion fruit. And you can see a big long stem right there. It's just going and going. So all of this thickness is all passion fruit. It's grown down in the walkway, it's grown up along the fence, it's grown beyond the fence. This is the back side. And you see a bunch of blooms. When they open up, there's going to be a whole bunch of bees. This is where we also have grapevines. This is one of our grapevines, so they're taking over because they were planted way back there, and so far this year these have gotten about this far. That's a lot because it's taking over, I don't know, 8 feet or more of our grapevines, because the grapevine is right back there. So this is the grapevines with some of the grapes. We have so much of the pokeberry. It's everywhere and it's really happy. We don't want it to be, but it is. Interesting. I do not know what that is, but we're going to look into it. Ooh, that is cool. It looks almost like some cactus. So we did have a lot of grapes, but the birds have been eating a lot of them. And a lot of the clusters are hidden underneath. And we used to have a whole bunch. It was laden with grapes. But as you can see, not so much right now. Now this looks like it's got the most right in this area. And it's actually even more open. So it's interesting that they're still there. Some thistle. This is a very evil plant. It will stick you in these little thorns that will cause you misery for quite a while. So make sure you come outside prepared. Some of my morning glory is trying to come up. I've had to teach myself how to grab these things down at the base and try to get the taproot up. Here's some of our grapevine coming down over here. Oh, looky. Here's some really nice clusters. That's what you want to see. Still some damage and stuff from the birds picking at them. This also has some of our kiwi vine. Another heads up about planting anything that is a vining plant. Make sure you create your hoop arbor thing so that they can grow over and across. We waited too long for the grapes. We need to make sure we get something done for all of our kiwi. We have kiwi every so many feet on this end of our fence. This is going around the back. This was the cattle panel that we were going to do the arboring, but we never got to it. Stuff came up. Can't let stuff come up and get in your way when you're gardening. And some of our wisteria, which is also a vining plant. The other thing with a vining plant is you always have to put it in and wind it around where you want it to grow. And the thing is, with this, you have to be careful because you don't want it to grow around and kill the other part of your plant. Look at my random sunflower. I threw like a couple hundred seeds all over the garden. And most of the sunflowers were eaten by the groundhog. And, oh, this is our hammock ring and fire ring. So we could set up 7 hammocks here and sit around the campfire in the center there. That big mess is all the trees and stuff, and then we have too many bugs out here that eat us up right now to be able to come out and enjoy it. We get a fire going, we pull our hammocks back out and put them out here and enjoy a really nice night. But anyway, back to the passion flower. This passion fruit has really not put out enough fruit for us to even be happy that it's taken over our garden. I think I got maybe 10 little fruits last year. I'm hoping this year it'll be a little happier. Like here, look at our grape plant being choked out by this. The grapes are more important than the passion fruit for sure. We're going to have to just get in there and rip most of this out. It does put out gorgeous blooms. It brings pollinators to your garden. And if you can get it to grow right, make it happy. Look at the bee is getting itself some pollen. Hi. And here's some of the grape hyacinth. Even this is being choked out. And all the other flowers we had planted in there. Anyway, we're hoping we'll get something decent. Other than that, I'm probably just going to have to go in and just start pulling it out. Here's some right here. Still growing. Anyway, hope you guys have a blessed day today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a kind comment. Have a blessed week.